with me? Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the UCLA Bruins offense takes the field. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know,
turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Using his legs, it's Thomas. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Got it in the middle, it's Flores. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Wants to throw it. And he will score! Touchdown, Bruins! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Miller. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Colorado's offense has the ball for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And 2 guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think
picked off. What a play to set him up. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game. UCLA will go back to work on offense. A
Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Matthews. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. To throw, it's Iamaleava. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, UCLA.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Atkins.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Catch in the middle, it's Flores. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Working the middle, it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Pulls and fires complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Flores. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll run it from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After the 3rd down incompletion, the punt unit is on the field. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught near the sticks. It's Harding. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hand off from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense. defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Off the play fake on first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Trying play action. Caught behind the line. It's Flores. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36. To the ground. He's got it again. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. To the air on second down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be first and 10 from the 30. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Oh, the quick spin move. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why...
Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a second and long. Lewis wants to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Grab near the sticks. It's Harding. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Duke was able to cap off a close one in Durham with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused.
Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They want to run this quarterback.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
The Bruins have this offense rolling. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Kemp. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver. But if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
He got it. And that will extend their lead even further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. On the option. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet. But I'm getting the ball into the hands of...
There he goes! And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bring in the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
The Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After those last 2 plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Lewis to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot him. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. On target to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kemp. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 2nd down coming up. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. And the Bruins line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Now the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Cox.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Didn't get anything on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 7. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
You've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Miller. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tracy. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Lewis wants to pass. That's caught. It's Williams. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Using his feet. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The kick is on its way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Looking to throw on 1st down. Punts it out of the air.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't.
Looking for the end zone. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Makes the quick grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Makes the catch. It's Miller. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the run. There he goes. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Lewis to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Williams.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Takes the handoff, it's Wiggins. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Flores. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a first down at the 44. And the Bruins are rolling down the field. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They'll try to pop the draw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Staples. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the new kind.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lewis wants to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going for the big play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Buffaloes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Flores. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And his first pass is incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He'll pull it down. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The Bruins come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. On the run, it's Thomas. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Hayden. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
And that's a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Miller. And they get him down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Complete out of the backfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
At the 38.
On the move, it's Hayden. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Second down coming up.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard. Had to settle for the field goal.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Caught behind the line. It's Flores. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to ride this running back. Quick spin on the ride. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins, so maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true, so I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.